If you haven't watched the previous training video on co-authoring in SharePoint, I recommend that you watch it because I go over the basics about SharePoint, like how to upload a document to the site and navigate around through the site. In any case, assuming that you've seen it, let's go ahead and continue on here. What I'm going to be covering in this training video is the versioning part of SharePoint. What is versioning? Well, versioning is a process of recording and storing changes made to a document over the course of its development. So for example, if I turn the versioning feature on to the Shared Documents folder, all the files within that folder that anybody makes changes to, it'll keep track of those changes with the number, a version, like number 1 for the first change, number 2 for the second change, and so on. In any case, to go ahead and to turn this on to the Shared Documents folder, I need to go to that folder by either clicking on the link here, or I can come up here in the navigation pane and click on the Shared Documents folder. Because in the folder, I get the Library tab. When I click on it, I want to come over here to the Settings group and click on the Library Settings. And as you recall in the previous training video, we came down here and clicked on Versioning Settings. And this is what we're looking at here, Document Version History. This will specify whether a version is created each time you edit a file in the document library. Now by default it's set to no. And I've got two options. I can either create major versions or major and minor versions. What's the difference between major and minor? Well, major is anything big, like adding or deleting large sections of text. Minor is, updating a sentence or a few words. I'm going to go ahead and select Create Major and Minor. And then down below you get some options where you can limit the number of versions to retain for major, or you can limit the number of versions for the drafts for minor with major. So if I type in 5 here for major, if I'm on my 6th edit, so it'd be the 6th version, it'll just keep the most recent 5 changes or versions of the document. In any case, I'm going to keep it simple here. And let's scroll down to the bottom, and as you recall in the previous training video, we set Require Checkout to No. That means that everybody can have access to that document at the same time. If I want to require checkout, that means only one person can make changes to it. Everybody can access it and can view it, but not all of them can make changes to it at the same time. So I'm going to hit two birds with one stone. We're going to be covering versioning and require people to check out the document. Let's go ahead and click OK. And then let's go back to the Shared Documents folder by either coming up here in the navigation bar, clicking on Shared Documents, or again, over in the navigation pane, Shared Documents. And then hover over any document that you want to check out, and you see that little drop down arrow. Go ahead and click on it, and you get the checkout. You also get the checkout when it's not required, but because we turned it on, we have to check it out before we can go ahead and make any changes to it. So let's check it out first and click OK. And then once we check it out, notice that that icon has a green box over it with a little arrow pointing down. That means it's checked out. Now to go ahead and to open it up after I checked it out, click on the link, and it says, do you trust this file? Yes, of course. Click OK. And there we go. And as you recall in the previous training video, the Save button had the little refresh arrows. It lets me know that I'm working off of SharePoint. When I save it, it's going to be updating on the SharePoint site. And then I can come in here and make any changes, like type in changes, something big, bold, beautiful that will be obvious to see. Okay. When I'm finished, I can go ahead and click Save. And then when I close out of the document, it gives me the choice to check it in. Now, it won't save it as a version until I actually check it in, because it's going to keep track of all the changes that I make, whether today, tomorrow, in 2 weeks, or over the course of 2 weeks, into one version. So when I check it in, I'm going to say no for now. So it closes out of the document, then it'll give me that option to set the version. Right now, anybody else can go ahead and click on it, but because I still have it checked out, they can only view it, they can't make changes to it. So if I decide, okay, I'm done with all my changes, let me go ahead and check it in, then I can just go ahead and hover over it, click on the drop down arrow, and say that I want to check it in. Now this brings up a good point. Anytime that you upload a document for the first time, and you want to be able to go ahead and keep track of versions, it's a good idea to open it up, then save it and close out, so you can initiate the first version as your original document. And so you can see right here what kind of version would you like to check in. It's up to you. Is this a minor change or is it a major change? If it's minor, then you have the original one, and this will be 1.1. And then you can add any comments like, we'll keep it minor, click okie dokie, and it checks it in. Then I can go ahead and hover over it, click on the drop down arrow, and look at the version history. Okay, click on that. And there we go, there's the original. And then here it is, the comments that I made, it was tweaked. And you can see that it was last modified, or I checked it back in at 5:59 p.m. Okay, let me go ahead and close out of here. And let me have Carrie Heffernan go ahead and check this out so you can see what it looks like from my side when I try to access it and she has it checked out. Now remember, because we're all working at the SharePoint site, it doesn't automatically update the page here. So if I hit the F5 key or came up here and clicked on the refresh button, it would pick up those changes instantly. But since I'm not checking every second, I'll just go ahead and try to check it out. Carrie's already checked it out, but let me show you what happens. Because I don't have that little green box there, and I try to check it out myself when it's already checked out, and I click OK. It says, you can't check it out because somebody else already has it. Click OK. So if I come up here and I don't want to check it out, but I want to view it, I can click on the link, and it gives me the option to check it out and edit. I could try it again and click OK, but again I'm going to get the error, so let me click OK again and click on it again and just say read only, click OK. It opens up, and it only allows me to view it. I can't make changes to it unless I check it out, and I can't check it out because Carrie already has it checked out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close out, ask her to make some changes, and set the next version. Okay, my page refreshed here, she checked it back in. Let's go ahead and hover over it and click on the drop down arrow and take a look at the version history. Click on it, and there we go. Okay, there's the first version, the original. There's mine with the comment tweaked, and the comment she made is that she got rid of the second and third paragraphs. Well, let's go ahead and click on the date and the time to view this version and click OK. It opens it up, and well, she did. She got rid of the second and third paragraph, a little bit of white space there. And if I want to make changes to it, then I can go ahead and check it out, which I can because she checked it in. So it's not giving me any errors, okay? And then when I'm done with any changes, deleting, adding text, I can go ahead and click Save, Close Out. I do want to check it in now. And this can be a major version, minor version, some more changes. Click Okie dokie, and there we go. We added our change to it, minor change. In any case, you get the idea. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel to get notified of the latest videos. And for great specials on my products, please see the description below this video.